So now in this project we're going to discuss about the AI impact on jobs and their analysis. So we are going to follow this business problem statement. So now I'm going to click on the blank report and then clicking on the CSV file, and then I'm selecting the CSV file where I save it into my PC, and then it take little bit time over there, and you can see the status has been processing. When it's become uploaded, then it's become green, and now I'm going to clicking on this add bar, and take a little bit time to add the dataset into our Looker Studio report. So now our dataset of CSV file is being connected with our Looker Studio. Now I'm going to click on my layout and making it height to be a 900 and its width to be as a 1500. As you can see over there, and I'm selecting it's better to be selecting its height to be as 800. So now I'm going to choose border shadow to be a yes, and making its grid background into be a transparent or a white, you can choose. Now I'm selecting my title of my dashboard and making it to be as a 40, and making it to be as a quicksand, and making it to be as a centered, and I'm giving the title to be as a AI job impact analysis. There is a little bit typo error, so I'm just correcting it. I've just selected the jobs, their shadow, and now first part we do to analyze the percentage of jobs that have high automation rate, and we have to see the distribution of different kind of automation level. So for this I'm going to create calculated field, add a field, and then calculated field. So in calculated field I'm calculating the high automation rates. So in our automation risk column we have three values: high, low, and medium. So but I wanted to choose a high value, so for this I'm choosing if statement. So in our if statement, if automation risk is equal to high, because we have a three values like high, medium, and low, but I wanted to see the high value. So for this I'm choosing if our automation risk is high, then 1, else 0, and I wanted to see the sum of all of this situation, and then I wanted to use the count of this automation risk, and I have used this divided side. So when it's high, their automation risk is high, it can sum up and then divide by count of the risk level. So now I'm going to choose my visualization type is a card and selecting the high automation risk over there, and making it to be as a their data type to be as a percent. So you can see we have 33.8%, but I'm going to my style tab and making decimal places into 0 decimal places. So now we have to see the distribution of different automation levels. So I'm choosing a donut chart and choosing the automation risk, and then in the matrix I'm choosing record count. So here we have a distribution of different automation levels across our dataset. So now it's time to move to our second part, which is to determine the percentage of high AI automation or high AI adoption level and their distribution across datasets. So I'm just copying my this statement from high automation risk and just pasting it. So instead of rewriting over again, I'm just choosing AI automation level. So in our AI automation level, we also have a three kind of values like high, medium, low, but I wanted to choose the high value, so that's why I choose if our AI automation level is equal to high, then 1, else 0, and we can get the sum of it, and then in the count statement we can get count of all the values that are in AI automation level. And now I'll give it name to be as a high adoption level. So I'm choosing a card and then representing my high adoption level over it, and then in data I'm selecting it to be as a person. So in the style type I'm choosing it to be as a 0. So now I'm just copying my donut chart and describing the distribution of different adoption level. For this I'm just have to remove the automation level with AI adoption level, and now you can see here we have distribution over it. Now we're moving toward our third part, which is calculate the average salary of jobs with high automation risk. So what I'm doing is I'm using the card visualization and then choosing the salary, and now we have in sum, but I want you to choose it to be average salary, and then in the filter I'm choosing automation risk, and which is equal to high. So I'm using the filter of high, so whatever my automation level is high, all the data is being displayed. So now for if our automation level is high, so the average salary for these kind of jobs have 93.9k. So the same stuff we have to choose the AI adoption level, where AI adoption level is high, so I'm choosing the filter of AI adoption level to be as high, and I want to see the average salary. So the average salary for high adoption level is 87.6k. So now it's time to move toward our fifth part, which is measure the percentage, analyze the percentage growth in job projection. So in job projection we have a three step, which is growth, stable, and I think the third one is unstable or something like that. So we have to see the jobs where the job projection is in growth. So for this I'm using the same formula, but this time I wanted to see the job projection is equal to growth, then it will count 1 L0 and then sum of the values and then count of all the job projection growth. Now I'm representing my data with the form of visualization and dragging my high job growth into my matrix field and making its data type to as a percent. And in the style tab I'm choosing my decimal places it to be as 0. So now I'm choosing my calculated field, and this time you have to choose the value that are remote friendly. So I'm choosing remote friendly. If remote friendly, so in remote family we have two values, yes and no. If remote friendly is equal to yes, then it is 1, else it is 0. So it can count the sum, and it's then we can easily convert it into percentage. So for this I'm choosing my card visualization and dragging it over here and converting data type to be as a percent. So making style into be a 0. Now here we have our last two visualization is to identify the job titles that have high automation level and high adoption level. So firstly I'm choosing my bar chart, and I'm choosing automation risk. I'm choosing job title in dimensions and record count in the matrix, and I'm choosing the filter of high automation level. For next visualization I'm choosing this line chart, but it is showing me the error. The reason behind this that it is time series line chart and we have to choose the simple line chart over there.